What's up everyone, Brad here with the Money Dad channel. In this video I'm going to go over Cleanspark, that is stock ticker CLSK, because there is a pattern forming on its stock chart that I think projects very bullish activity, but there is also some fundamental analysis, earnings reviews, and projections for the next fiscal year from the company that I want to go over in this video, because it all kind of ties together and makes a lot of sense for that technical analysis projection. So real quick overview of this company. I'm at their website right now. It's just cleanspark.com. Basically, they make software and products that connects microgrids together and also makes them more efficient. So they're in all kinds of energy, but also in that clean energy space that has been so strong in the market lately, right? And they also recently started getting into Bitcoin mining, which is a huge source of new revenue for them, and I'll go over that when we get into the revenue piece. So that's just a real quick background on Cleanspark, just to let you know what industry they're in. I wanted to jump into the fundamentals and talk about this article that I found on their earnings that I think is going to be key to the technical analysis that I'm going to be doing in this video. So jumping into the fundamentals really quick for you guys, market cap of $600 million and increasing revenue year over year. Looks really great. By the way, this is how I found this company. I found this company about 8 months ago. I was using E-Trade's stock screener. I was looking for small companies that had huge revenue increases year over year, and Cleanspark was one that came up. I've been tracking this stock since it was at $3 a share. I didn't buy it until it was $9 a share, but we're sitting all the way up at $28 now. So I've done very well with my investment in this company, but you will see later in this video that there are much more gains to be had in this company. Anyway, the revenue piece just reminded me I wanted to tell you guys about that. So looking at the revenue right here, you can see all the way back in 2017, they were sitting at like $500,000 a year in revenue. 2018, a little bit more than that, and then 2019 it really jumped up from that $500,000 mark to $4.5 million mark, and then in 2020 they jumped all the way up to 10 million. So you can see the revenue has just gone bonkers lately, and that's how I was able to find this stock. I was looking at, like I said, I was screening stocks for massive revenue increases. So you can see in 2020 they had a $10 million revenue year, which is great for a small company like this, but not profitable yet, right? They're still losing money on the balance sheet. So keep that in mind, that number, 10 million a year last year, when we jump into this article from their earnings. Okay, so let's just go ahead and pull that up now. Go over here, right here. I'm going to click on this article. Cleanspark says quarterly revenue rose 130% to 2.26 million. Okay, that's the title, but that's not really what I'm interested in. The main thing here that I'm interested in is right here. They see their fiscal year revenue jumping to $30 million. Remember what I was just showing you guys? In 2020, they did $10 million in revenue. They are now projecting $30 million for this fiscal year. That is a 3x, 300% increase in revenue. That is insane for a company of this size. They're not a huge company by any means, but they're no tiny company. They're $600 million market cap, right? But they're going from $10 million revenue in 2020 to $30 million in revenue. And the big reason for that is from their new addition to their business model in Bitcoin mining. Because remember guys, this company makes microgrids more efficient, right? So they're in the business of cheap electricity. So it makes sense for them to be mining Bitcoin where the primary cost for that is electricity. Well, they get electricity cheap, they turn it into Bitcoin, they sell the Bitcoin for revenue, and Bitcoin has been going insane lately, right? So Bitcoin at these levels, at the time of this recording, I think we're sitting just under $50,000. They're making huge profits by mining Bitcoin with cheap electricity and then selling that Bitcoin for a profit. So that's how they see that revenue jumping from 10 million to 30 million. So that's huge, guys. They basically see the company tripling this year. So how does that play into the technical analysis? Well, I'm about to show you right now. You can see the stock is sitting at $28. We've got these nice little waves. This is kind of a consolidation period over the last few weeks or since the beginning of 2021. But to show you guys this chart pattern, we have to back way out because this is a big one. This chart pattern has been taking place over the last few months, right? So as we zoom out further and further and further, you can see that we're starting to get what looks like a bull flag here, or maybe a bull pennant, and it's going to have a massive projection because this flagpole right here is absolutely massive. So let me draw some lines on here and show you guys what I'm talking about. If you're not familiar with chart patterns, a bull pennant can project a price target to the upside based on the size of this flagpole right here. So we are going to do that in this video. And full disclosure, these things are not 100%, nothing in the stock market is, but bull pennants do have a history of reaching their price targets more often than not. It's about a 55% accuracy, and that doesn't mean that there's a 45% chance that this stock is going to go down. It just means there's a 45% chance it won't go straight to this price target. So we have what looks like a bull pennant here. If I brought this all the way back, you can see it's kind of a wedge pattern. We have these nice waves down that use this line right here as support. We've got a couple of waves up at the top touching the resistance right here. So we've got this triangle pattern going, and then we have what looks like a flagpole right here. So you get what's called a bull pennant flag formation, right? And we can project to the upside based on the size of this flag, and it's going to be absolutely massive because this flag started at about $7 and it topped out in the $42 range. So you're talking about a $35 increase, right? And we're going to use that to project to the upside. But I do want to caveat and say that we are currently at the bottom of this pennant, so we need to see it bounce off of this support once more and continue to the upside. We won't have a buy-in on this trade until we break above this resistance line right here. So if we can bounce off of this support, continue higher, break above this blue line, which looks like it would be in like that $32 to $33 range, maybe 34. Once we break above that, that would be the time to get in if you're not in yet. If you're just looking to trade this company, you're not a long-term investor, this pattern is your friend if you want to go long. And you want to break above this blue line and then see a candlestick or two close above this blue line, and that is your confirmed breakout over the bull pennant, and we will be off to the races. So that is what you're looking for if you are a trader. If you're a long-term investor, you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. You just ride it all out because you're probably going to make a lot of money in the long run over the course of your investment on this, and you just stick it out through the ebbs and flows, the waves, right? So that's the area that I would be looking for if I was a trader, right? Make sure you're waiting to buy in above this blue line because we could break down. This pattern isn't definitely going to happen yet. We need a breakout above that line to kind of confirm that yes, this was indeed a setup that is now going to project a certain price. So let's go ahead and get that price projection right now. We're going to zoom in a little bit more. We're going to take this flagpole and just copy it, paste it. So now we have a copy, and we take it and add it wherever we think the new bull run starts. So if we think that we are going to bounce off of this resistance line right here, we think that little candlestick right there is it, we're bouncing up and heading up from there, then we start this new flagpole right there, and that will give us our price projection. And you'll see the dimensions of the flagpole are changing as I move it because I have the chart set to logarithmic, not regular or linear. So you will see a new price projection on Cleanspark of $70.77, and that's because this pattern is so massive that it has a massive price projection. And yeah, we are sitting at $28 at the time that I'm recording this, and I'm projecting $70 on Cleanspark. So you're talking about more than doubling your money, right? I mean, if we got to 56, that would be 100% on your money, and we're talking about going to 70. So well more than 100% return, and it has a timeline projection of 22 April. So we're looking at about 2 months of being in this trade to get more than twice your money back. So that would be pretty sweet. It is kind of a long-term trade, right? We're talking about 2 months, and earnings are behind us, so we don't have to worry about earnings affecting this at all. They just reported earnings back on the 12th, so last week, and that's when we got that article with them saying that they see $30 million revenue. So I think that is a very bullish statement from Cleanspark, and that is what is going to spark, pun intended, the climb here up to that $70 range. Like they're in that Bitcoin space now. This is going to be tied to the price of Bitcoin, I think, just along with, you know, all of the other companies out there that are publicly traded that mine Bitcoin. The price of their stock is going to be tied to the price of Bitcoin, in my opinion. As Bitcoin goes up and down, the stocks are going to be slightly tied or heavily tied based on their exposure to Bitcoin, right? So if Bitcoin continues to go up in price, Cleanspark is going to have more profits from their Bitcoin mining, so their stock is going to go up in price, and vice versa. If Bitcoin goes down, there's going to be less profits when you're mining it, so Cleanspark stock is going to go down because people are going to know they're not making as much money mining it, right? So if Bitcoin stays in that $50,000 range, Cleanspark is going to make a killing mining it. And who knows, you know, Bitcoin has been only going up, so if it continues to go up, Cleanspark is going to keep doing extremely well. All in all, I'm extremely bullish on this company. It's still a small company. Like I said earlier in the video, it's about $600 million market cap, so there is a ton of room to run for this company. If you're looking for a long-term investment, you know, you could do far worse than investing your money in Cleanspark. They're in the clean energy space, they're in the crypto space, they're a small company. They've done extremely well over the last few months. They have that momentum going with them. They have a very nice pattern forming on their chart that is suggesting extreme upside potential over the next couple of months. They have a very bullish sentiment for their next fiscal year revenue, and crypto seems to be doing extremely well lately, and it's getting more and more interest and institutional backing, which seems to be nothing but bullish sentiment for cryptocurrency and Cleanspark. So that's what I got for you guys in this video. Long story short, I see $70 on Cleanspark over the next few months. Caveat to that is a lot of their new profits and revenue is going to be based on the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, so keep an eye on that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber yet, make sure you subscribe so that you continue to see more videos like this. I do these stock price predictions based on technical analysis, stock chart patterns. I try to sprinkle in a little bit of fundamental analysis and company background for the guys that appreciate that kind of stuff. So hit that subscribe button, stick around, because we've been doing pretty good with this stuff. We've predicted some stock prices in the past that have made us a lot of money. I'm not a financial advisor, so I can't tell you where to put your money, but these are the trades that I'm making, and I kind of explain why I'm doing it. And if you decide to do that too, then you've made a lot of money on this channel with me. So that's all I got, guys. I will see you down in the comments below. And by the way, last thing, bunch of links down in the description of this video. Go check it out if you want to learn how to analyze stock charts, read candlesticks. I've got books down there that are great reads. Basically, if you click any of the links in the description below, it's going to help me out, my family, my channel, all that stuff. So would really appreciate if you guys did any of those things. I will see you guys down in the comments below and in the next video. Thanks.